The first half of 2022 is almost over and we have enjoyed quite a lot of BL series since then. But 2022 is not yet done and we should expect more quality BL series to be released later this year. Just like you, I'm also anticipating some of these titles because of never before seen plot or new pairs that will share new love stories. What BL series are you excited to see for the month of July until December of 2022? Share your list in the comment section below. Before that, some of these upcoming shows might not be available on your country due to geo-blocked restriction. If that's the case, then you might want to sign up to ExpressVPN so you can unlock these upcoming BL dramas once available. Use the link on the description below to have 49% discount plus an additional 3 months free of usage if you opt to avail the 12-month plan. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. First on our list, Big Dragon the series. The official pilot trailer was released more than 4 months ago and I'm already wanting to see what this series could offer to us from its plot. The story is actually more complicated than I thought since there are topics in the trailer that need to be addressed carefully. But since we haven't seen the full picture yet on how the story will handle these topics, it's hard to throw a judgment to its whole plot. I have already seen the trailer for quite a few times already and I'm amazed on how good its cinematography. Since the release of I Told Sunset About You almost 2 years ago, most Thai BLs are trying to improve in every department, not only plot wise but also in its production quality. I can say that Big Dragon looks premium based on its trailer and I hope that it also translates to the whole series. The chemistry of the actors can be spot on but it still depends on the final outcome once the series has aired already. As of now, there's no final release date yet for Big Dragon but it's safe to assume that it will be released before the year ends. Number 2. Never Let Me Go. It's time for gmmtv to do its own BL with plot revolving the mafia world. KinnPorsche the series has taken us with a storm and I know that a lot of fans are loving this series so much. But KinnPorsche isn't the only Thai BL series that's based on a mafia story because gmmtv's Never Let Me Go will also take this route. Although the two might be compared as always, the two series are actually vastly different. While KinnPorsche focuses more on the action scenes, Never Let Me Go is more on the romance side accompanied by a dark storytelling. Since some of the cast are younger compared to that of KinnPorsche, we can expect that Never Let Me Go will be softer in terms of its overall plotline. I hope that this series would deliver a high caliber acting performances so the story would be even more enjoyable to watch. Number 3. Between Us. It's been almost 3 years since the release of Until We Meet Again but Between Us is yet to come to our screens. The story of Win Team wasn't fully explored back in Until We Meet Again since they were not the main characters of the show. Luckily, the backstory and the origin of their relationship will finally be in the limelight and I'm really excited for that. Studio Wabi Sabi released an official pilot of Between Us back in February to show a glimpse of what to expect for the upcoming series. Between Us is also another complicated story so it must be dealt with proper storytelling. As of now, Between Us the series is slated to be released in November 18 via iQIYI. Number 4. Be My Favorite. As you all know, one of my most favorite genres in watching BL is fantasy and I guess Be My Favorite will be an instant hit for me if it's done right. There's nothing more complicated plot than turning back the time to redo the things we have done in our lives. Be My Favorite is one of my most anticipated series of 2022 just because of its plot and I hope that it's more than just a love story. Rather than focusing more on the romance side, there's pretty much more room to other genres as well, such as heightening its drama scenes. Other than its plot, it's a surprise to see Chris and Mike doing a BL together but I know that they can pull off this one because both are great actors. Looking back at the trailer, this series has a lot of potential to be one of the best series of 2022 and I hope that it won't end up as a disappointment. Right now, there's no official release date yet for this series, but it's more likely that we'll get to see this on our screens by the fourth quarter of this year. Number 5. Coffee Melody the series. If I were to express my thought after watching its official pilot trailer, I guess the word cute would be the right term. We have a lot of BL series that will air sometime the later half of the year with serious plots and out of this world storylines, but a simple and cute BL is also a welcome addition to the lineup. It's good to see a new pair emerging in a BL, and I really love these two main actors from their previous works. Coffee Melody offers a cute story but with a touch of complicated characters to fit the drama's plot. We might also get another couple in this series, but I'm more interested to the main character's background. I just hope that Coffee Melody would also give good performances of the actors to perfectly blend everything like a nice coffee. Coffee Melody is set to air on the 18th of July via the Viki platform. Number 6. Moonlight Chicken. I have always loved Earth Mix as an on-screen couple in Thai BL series, but Moonlight Chicken might be their first drama where I don't want them to be a couple, based on their characters. The trailer that they have shown us a couple of months back reveal a glimpse of what to expect to the story and to the characters. As we can see, Wen already has a boyfriend when he spent a night with Jim, and because of that, I have to fight with myself whether to ship them in this series or not. But we should take that clip with a grain of salt because a trailer does not tell everything but just a single frame of the bigger picture. What I like about this series is its distinct setting and aura that we won't find in other BLs from this list. For the meantime, Moonlight Chicken is still on the works, so we might see this series probably in the last few months of the year. Number 7. Chains of Heart. I have never been a fan of crime and action series, but lately, BLs are embracing that kind of genre and I found it quite good too. The official pilot of Chains of Heart that was released way back in April is something unique on its own. I have watched quite a lot of BL trailers before, but Chains of Heart is one of the most effective even without dialogues in it. Just few random scenes, but the emotions were heartfelt. Another thing that I like about this BL is the mystery of some characters, and that makes me so excited to see this. The chemistry is easily spot on and I hope that also translates to the series proper. Chains of Heart is set to air on the 19th of December. Number 8. Vice Versa. If you have watched my previous videos before, you can tell that Vice Versa is my most anticipated BL of 2022, but rewatching the trailer from time to time makes me realize something. Vice Versa is undoubtedly one of the most unique BL plots that I have seen, although we should still wait for the actual series. But lately, my concern for the plot might be the confusion to mix the characters from the two different worlds. This is just my personal concern, since I'm easily confused with too much names that might lead to misunderstand the concept. Other than that, everything looks good in this BL, especially the chemistry of the main characters. It's still early to judge those things about this series, but to expect a great delivery of this show. Currently, Vice Versa has no definitely release date yet. Number 9. The Eclipse. The first time I saw the trailer of The Eclipse, I felt that it has a weird feeling around it and couldn't get the idea of what the series is trying to imply. But based on the author's posts, The Eclipse is a symbolism on how the old traditional beliefs and values could cast a shadow for a lot of entire generations to come, leaving the youth having a hard time finding their own selves. Upon knowing its symbolism, the plot of this series seems to be more powerful than ever, and I hope that it would also be seen on its scenes. This type of series isn't actually my favorite, but it has something to offer other than being a romantic show. According to some rumors, The Eclipse might see the light of the day around September of 2022. Number 10. Love in the Air. If you have enjoyed watching Thorn Type the series, Thorn Type Season 2, and Love by Chance, then you might also want to check out this new upcoming series from MAME, the same author who wrote those BL novels. The series actually has an interesting plot, but I guess I need to see more of it before investing my feelings and emotions for it. With two main couples, I hope that they would have the same screen time in order to build both of their stories. As of now, there's no official announcement with regards to its release date, but I hope it comes sooner than expected. Number 11. My School President. High school themed BL series these days are often considered boring just because it's like any other BLs from the past. But from time to time, I actually find these BLs my comfort shows because it's just straight up romance and drama, with not so much complicated plots. Most of the time, the conflict in this theme is miscommunication or misunderstanding, and I think there's no problem with that since it happens in real life anyway. I'm actually looking forward to see My School President once it airs because for me, it will take me back to the good old days when I first watched the old BLs. I have no complaints with anything about this series based on its trailer, and I hope that this BL would turn out really good. As of now, the tentative release date is set on November of 2022. The BLs coming out later this year have different genres but have their own surprises with their plots. It's tough to pick which of these BLs will be my favorites at the end of the year, but I hope that I could watch them all. What BL series are you most excited to see this second half of 2022? Thank you for watching. That's it, and see you on the next one.
But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.